Hi, good afternoon, everybody who's checking in. I'm just doing a quick forecast for the 4th of July holiday into next weekend. I'll also talk a little bit about that tornado yesterday. But really, overall, it's going to be a very summer-like 4th of July. You're not going to see much rain, if any. And in addition to that, it's just going to be very humid. So not the most pleasant weather from a comfort index, but it's the summer, and that's what you expect. Now, this is primarily really due to this high pressure system here, which is going to be sitting just off the Atlantic coast. This is called a Bermuda high. So basically it pulls in all this warm, moist air off the ocean, but it's high pressure. So when there's high pressure, air cannot lift, condensate, and precipitate, which is why the weather in the periods can stay mostly dry. So if I play this is from where we are right now. You can see through the weekend that high pressure just lingers, and there's very little precipitation because of that high pressure. And then eventually it moves out by next week, and this is all next week. So overall, that high pressure is going to be responsible for most of our weather. It'll be dry, but again, it will be very humid. So let's take a look at what temperatures are going to look like. Here's going to be temperatures. This is today, so highs in the mid to upper 80s today. By tomorrow, we're going to see highs approaching into the 90s in certain spots. So anything that you see darker reds and whitish color is in the 90s. You can see that spreads over the whole area. Cools off at night. Again, on Thursday, that's Friday, the day after the 4th of July, again, highs well into the upper 80s, into 90. We now go into Saturday. You can see things start to cool down a little bit, but still, we then hit 90, a little more in South Jersey. And then finally, on Sunday to end the weekend, you see again temperatures stay in the 90s and high 80s. So it's going to be a very hot, humid day. I'll show you right here humidity values. I don't know if you can see this. Let me take it over like this. You can see in terms of humidity, this is pretty much this is these dark greens, 80% humidity, so expect that for most of the week. And otherwise, just in terms of the tornado last week, let me just show you. I put a post on this yesterday, but here is a picture of the hook echo in the radar. So this is 287, this is 78, this is Route 24. The tornado actually tracked for about 10 miles in this direction like this. And on a radar signature, you can see a hook, which I outlined here, which shows that there is cyclonic winds, there's possible rotation in the storm, which there ended up being. So this is actually, I spotted this at 9:14, just before the tornado touched down. And when we take a look at what the actual wind direction was in this storm, you could see this tight gradient between the outflow, which is green, the inflow, which is rain, is usually where you have a tornado. So with a very brief tornado, it tracked from about Berkeley Heights through New Providence, about 10 miles. Just knocked some trees down, had winds of about 85 miles an hour. It's a typical EF4 tornado, or I'm sorry, EF0 tornado, which is not that big of a deal, but it can do some damage. But interesting to see. Around here we can get tornadoes; they're just very rare. So overall, enjoy the 4th of July holiday. I'm going to start taking a look at more what next winter is going to look like already, believe it or not. I think it's going to be a pretty active winter, but I'm not ready to go into that yet. So maybe later in the summer I'll go into a winter forecast. But the hurricane season should start to pick up end of this month into August, so there'll be some posts on that. Otherwise, enjoy the holiday.